Have we reached a point where your pool is able to clean itself? Well, new tech certainly make it much easier to keep those leaves out. Joining me live is the obviously creator and owner of Tech Guide, Stephen Fenech. How are you, Fenech?
Good morning. How are you, Timmy?
Good, mate. What about Apple Intelligence? It's really improved and available.
Yeah, in the next week or so, we're going to see an update for customers who've got an iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 and above. This is Apple's version of AI that's going to be across iPhone, iPad, and the Macs as well. So this is going to improve creativity and productivity, improve your efficiency. There's writing tools, and you can generate images and emojis and content. So and it really knows your schedule. It knows who you're related to. It's got all this information that can do things like prioritize notifications, remind you of you may have clashing events and various things like that. So across the board, I think once people get their hands on this in the next week or so, they're going to really see a difference. But one thing Apple has emphasized, though, is that, yes, a lot of the stuff's going to take place on the device. There is occasion for the query to go off device, and Apple's even created their own private cloud compute network. So that privacy has been number one for Apple, and they've really backed themselves here. So if your data is used on one of these servers, it's not kept for after the query. It's not used to learn. It disappears as soon as it goes across that server. That computation is finished, and then it's all over. Apple is so confident that there is no vulnerabilities with their private cloud compute. They've offered a $1 million bounty for anyone who can penetrate that system. So it's pretty comprehensive. But yeah, we're going to see Apple Intelligence in the next, as soon as perhaps this week.
All righty. Now, Telstra has acquired the Boost mobile prepaid network. What does this mean for customers?
Yeah, well, if you're a Boost Mobile customer, it's going to be business as usual, but it's a very interesting acquisition by Telstra. Boost have been using the Telstra network since 2012, and they're a lot different to your average mobile virtual network operators. So they're those operators that use the network. So Kogan uses Vodafone, Amasim uses Optus. So you've got these mobile network operators. Boost has always been at the forefront in terms of being able to access all of Telstra's network. For example, you're a Boost customer, you can access 5G as well. A lot of those other resellers don't have access to the 5G portion. But it's been a brand that's built so well over the last 10 or 12 years for Telstra, and I think they paid about $140 million for the acquisition, 40 million of which I understand is going to an early investor by the name of Paul Keating, former Prime Minister, who was savvy enough to invest in the company back then. He's had a nice little payday. But if you are a Boost Mobile customer, nothing's going to change. Telstra wants to keep it competitive. They're basically taking it in-house, but still maintaining the Boost Mobile brand.
All right, mate. What about this new pool cleaner?
Well, if you've got a pool, anyone who's got a pool knows there's a bit of maintenance involved. So this is the APA Scuba S1 Pro. Now, you've heard of robot vacuums for your carpet. You've heard of robot mowers for your lawn. Well, this is a robot cleaner for your pool. Now, I don't have a pool, but my mother-in-law does, so I took it to her place. This is footage that I shot at her place, and it's basically, it's got a 3 hours battery life. Got these caterpillar treads that can actually has strong enough suction to come up the side of the walls of the pool, clean everything. It left this amazing clean path behind where it had been. Takes a little while to get around the pool. Her pool's a little bit larger than your normal pool. But once it's done, you hook it out, recharge it again, and it does it. It's a hands-off job. You get that time back, the time you spend normally cleaning the pool, and anyone who owns a pool will tell you that could be plenty of time. You get that time back. She likes it so much, she did have a pool guy that come around every once in a while. She now doesn't need that pool guy because the APA Scuba S1 Pro can do that job for her. So if you've got a pool, you'll be interested in this one because, yeah, it's going to do that work for you, give you that time back.
All righty. Thank you, Steve. We'll do it again next week.
Thanks, Timmy. See you then, mate.